As some of you may know, I have a series on my channel where I rate and criticize footage sent in by viewers to try and help and improve their gameplay. And in this video we're going to be doing all that, except this is not viewer footage, this is my own gameplay, this is my footage. So I'm going to be looking at my own footage and trying to tell you guys the types of strategies I do, my thought process behind them, and how you can maybe apply it to your own game. Now this was voted by members of my Discord, so if you want to also incorporate yourself in some of my videos, you can join the Discord below and I'll try and see what else I can do to have viewers choose some type of video or something. With that being said, let's get into the first game, which is Lighthouse. Now there's one more game after this, but I think this game is a little bit more interesting for me personally because this was a massive mistake on my part. This is a big mistake. First of all, I somehow didn't knock him off, but he fell off by himself, so I got very lucky here, and I should have lost my bed right here. And this is already a big mistake. I should have been a lot slower with my bridge. He could have maybe like fallen off or something. There was a lot of opportunity for him to kill himself with how aggressive he was being on trying to trade the bed. Thankfully I did end up surviving. Here I go to yellow, and I want you to keep an eye out for a blue name tag because that's going to be very important in a couple of seconds here as blue got red. So while I get destroyed by yellow here, you can see there's a blue IGN off in the distance, and I will see it here in a couple of seconds. Boom, there we go, he's right in front of me. And right here decide to make an endstone bed defense, and I'm ready to fight him, except he does a smart and he goes for white. And I'm like, okay, this guy's gearing up, and I see, because I changed my perspective, I would have, again, I was ready to like fight him at white, which I probably shouldn't have done, but because I just checked my perspective, I see this guy incoming, and this is stress level 1000 for me because this guy wants to get a pickaxe from my gen. Thankfully I get there in time, and he doesn't have enough time to open the shop, and he runs away because of my S tier bed defense. But blue is coming back, and blue probably has bought upgrades. He probably has iron armor, he has an iron sword and protection, and I somehow win the fight. So yeah, I won the fight just barely though, on 4 hearts, and this is tough for me because I know blue's gonna be going for me, I know yellow wants to go for me, and I just barely managed to get out of the situation, but I did die to yellow, so I know yellow's either good or hacking, we'll get to that later, and I know blue is decent, he's in my guild, and I know that he'll be going for me, or I thought he knew who I was, so that's why he was going for me from middle, so I end up just giving up on my bed. Now we'll talk about this decision later on. This was, I think, a big mistake on my part, and something that you guys should never ever do, but I decided to just go to white, get some resources, and then just take the fight to him, and I was just focusing on only trying to not die and just focusing on PvPing. And as you can see, blue is right there, and yellow has gone to green. Now I didn't see this in the moment, but this is very important for later as well, as it also affected my decision making, and it shows how important your awareness is. Now I almost lose that fight. He did have better gear than me again, so that's why I bailed out. I was ready to void here and try to save my bed, but I decided against it, and I stick to my original plan, get his bed, and I just get resources and plan to go back to middle. Now focus on the left side of your screen, because something very interesting happened on the left side of my screen. So as you can see, yellow is blatantly scaffolding, so yeah, he was hacking, so I ended up banning him. I had to cut the video here. Those like 20 seconds of me just doing a report and banning him, and just getting more evidence. So yeah, I get this guy, go to middle, and as you can see, blue is not at middle. In fact, blue is talking in chat. Now this is important because this is a mistake on his part, a massive mistake on his part. He should have gone to middle as soon as possible, because he still outgeared me by a bit. If he doesn't outgear me, he at least has more diamonds than I do, which is very important, especially in solos. But as you can see, he's just there, and he's just chatting with me. He knows it's me. He checked my nick, and because he's my guild member, he's trying to like explain his actions. I didn't know it was you, which is good for me because that means that all of his aggressive gaming was not intentional, and it shows that he'll probably play less aggressive. Now with my 11 emeralds, I buy myself diamond armor, and I buy myself some pots. I buy invis twice, because I think invis is more important than jump. In some situations, you know, jump can be more important, but I decided to go for invis here. I invis up, and I decided to not use jump because I wanted to make sure I could chase him. If you have jump while chasing somebody, it does slow you down by a little bit. So I decided to just hide behind here and hit him off, so that he can't see my particles and he's taken by surprise, and I win the game. Now I know I'm breaking my own requirements for this type of video. I didn't lose it, but I didn't lose in 2 hours while trying to record gameplay for this video. So this is the best I could do. Sorry guys. But if you want to post your own gameplay in the Discord, make sure it is a loss, because it's just, you know, the best way I can find mistakes. But let's talk about this decision, me going to white. Now this isn't a bad decision. The bad decision is the context of the decision. I went to white thinking, okay, yellow's gonna go for me, and I'm gonna have to deal with yellow and then blue afterwards, or maybe other way around, blue first, then yellow, which will probably mean I lose the game, and it's gonna be just very horrible for me. It's gonna be a lot of stress, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So again, going for white, good decision, because I'm getting resources. I got iron armor, just barely. And I then ended up going to the diamond gen, and I got some, I think 2 diamonds, and I could have gone with those 2 diamonds back to my base. I could have used these 2 diamonds, gotten prot, and with my fireball, I could have tried to defend against both. But the big thing is here, yellow did not go back for me. If I had maybe just checked right here, seen that, oh wait, there's a bridge there, he's not going for me, then I could have gone back, tried to defend my base, and it would have been better for me, because yellow ended up going for blue. Now I don't know how everything would have lined up, but yellow's gameplay was not affected by us at all. So I think if I decided to go back to my base, blue would have kept rushing towards middle, towards me. He would have maybe gone back to white, and if I stalled for long enough, he would have lost his bed while at white or while trying to fight me, which would have meant that he would have had a lot of stress, because, you know, there's just a massive bed destroyed text on your screen that is very stress-inducing. So I think the best decision here would have been go back to your base and just play it a bit safer. But no, I decided to go to middle and take my chances with fighting him. You know, I thought, wow, what a smart decision, giving up my bed. No, this is not a smart decision. This is stupid. This is probably the biggest mistake every solo player makes, is giving up their bed. And I think same goes for blue here. I think he should have not given up his bed so easily. He did have more resources than me. If somebody has noticeably worse resources than you should not trade beds unless you're in a horrible position. The worst position definitely was him not going middle. I think he could have at least contested 2 emerald generators. He would have not stopped me from getting emeralds, but he would have stopped me from at least getting almost all of the emeralds from middle. I didn't get 1 emerald. I don't know why. Probably because it like spawned at a weird time. But yeah, no, I don't know why he was just AFK there sitting and just talking to me. This is why I don't talk usually, because it distracts you. It's just wasted time. I was wasting time with the hacker, so he could have had enough time to go to middle, but he didn't. And I don't know why he didn't consider that I was in middle. I don't know if he didn't see me that I was in middle, but he just didn't expect the invis at all, which I don't blame him for. I mean, I did position myself well so that he couldn't see my particles until he was getting hit, thanks to, you know, the fact that you can't see particles here, and you can't see particles here at all. I think the first time he saw particles was probably here. He probably saw my sword. But again, very late, and yeah, it meant that he ended up losing the game. Don't trade your bed, even if it looks very bleak, and try to pay attention if you're taking a 2v1, what the other person is doing at all times. And now next game is on Candyland, and my voice is starting to hurt, so I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. I am pink, great position for me, because I don't have anybody to worry about, but I end up dying because I'm the most competent Bedwars player in the history of Bedwars playing. And I just check for any nicks if there is somebody here. Blue gets red, which is bad for me, because that is 1 base away from me. He's right there, and here I make sure he's not going for me. And I could have probably not done this, because, I mean, I could have done this differently, because as you'll see in a couple seconds, I can't really see where he's at. The only way I could see him if he's rushing me, so I'm just gonna step forward and see if he went back to his base, and I recognize that he probably went back, so I decided to go for white's bed, and I can see Confirmation. Okay, he's not going for me, so I'm gonna go for white. And green's already gone, so this guy is competent. And I make sure to stack up, getting fireballs, iron sword, gapples. I get aqua right here, and I can see blue incoming already. So I make sure to get some resources and put them in a generator, because it is very possible that I may lose, because this guy has gotten way more stuff than I have. I decide to take the fight though, and I win just barely. And yeah, it was a close fight, but he did have more resources than me. He had iron armor, and I think he had a stone sword, so I should have lost the fight, but I got lucky. I just get more resources right here, and you'll see in a second here a very, very nice play by me. Blue is at their base still, because they went and did a bed defense. I do have a pickaxe though, so that's good for me. I missed the fireball right here, which is extremely embarrassing. And yeah, I really don't know how I missed that. That's definitely something I should improve on. But I leave right here, and he thinks I'm leaving. So this is a crazy play. Let me go back here, because this is something you guys can probably do. I leave right here, and I'm making this try to look as real as possible by me placing 2 blocks. I try to sell this as hard as I can. And this guy's already turned his head, and he's going to buy protection, and that allows me to bypass him and go for his bed. Oh god, that was such a nice play. And now, yeah, he just loses his bed. Now, because I have 2 fireballs, I try and see if I can fireball him, but he has to go. And yeah, I don't really know why I had to go. Maybe he just didn't want to like lose his bed and get finaled, or maybe he didn't want to draw out the game. But yeah, no, that was a very nice play on my part, and just bad awareness for him. I don't know why he didn't consider the fact that I was trying to juke him or try to bypass. But I hope this shows that one play really can make the entire difference in a game. I mean, it's crazy how much this did for me. I really have no idea how this worked so well, but it did. And yeah, I really know. There's not really that much to say for this. This is a pretty short game. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of me looking at myself for a couple minutes. If you enjoyed this video, then maybe drop a like and subscribe for future videos. I'm not going to be doing this specifically again, but I will be looking at more viewer footage. And if you don't want to see that, you can check out previous episodes of this on my channel. I even think I have a playlist for this already. And if I don't, I will make that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.